If you have the home that all of your friends are jealous of, you're probably a design-based plant parent. If you view plants as living art, you're a design-based plant parent. If you cringe at the overcrowded, like urban jungle vibes of like clutter, like so many plants in one space, you're probably a design-based plant parent. And honestly, if you had $100 to spend at the garden center, you'd probably buy one really nice statement plant instead of 4 to 5 smaller ones. And you're totally welcome here. Growing joy. Hey, I'm Maria. I'm here to help you care for plants successfully and grow joy while doing so. And one of the biggest joy killers is killing plants. And in my opinion, the reason why people kill plants is because they pick the wrong plant for their personality type, particularly with the design-based plant parent. So I went ahead and made a plant parent personality quiz for you to take, and we are going to go over everything you need to know about the design-based plant parent personality blueprint in about 5 minutes in this video. We're gonna go over the strengths, the weaknesses, recommended plants for you, what your plant parent superpower is, and ideally we'll get done in about 5 minutes. So buckle up, we've got a lot to cover. So the design-based plant parent can be found in their gorgeously curated home that's filled with art and plants. You use plants to elevate your space because you feel like they bring this aesthetically pleasing addition to your home, and they bring life into your home. And they're pretty cool. A lot of plants have really interesting structural elements to them that you feel like elevate your space. You are definitely up to speed on all sorts of the interior design trends, and you use plants to achieve your greatest design dreams. So your strengths are that you curate a gorgeous home. You're attracted to the most beautiful, the most interesting plants. You have such an amazing eye for interesting plants. You see plants as one of the pieces that fit into your home and makes a house a home, and you don't let plants overwhelm your aesthetic. Now, one of your weaknesses, and it's a pretty big one, is that you tend to place plants based on their aesthetic and not their lighting needs. So a fiddly fig, or any type of ficus like this in general, are in design magazines always in the corners of homes when they're styled. But if you were actually to do that in real life, fiddly figs need a ton of sunlight, and the corners tend to be the lowest area of light in a house. So a lot of design-based plant parents spend $200 on a fiddly fig, they bring it home, they put it in their corner, and then they like cry when they see $200 go out the door because all of the leaves fall off of that fiddly fig. You're not alone, this happens to people a lot. But knowing this is super helpful. Just make sure that when you're shopping, you understand the lighting requirements for your plants and the lighting that you have in your house. Also, if you treat plants more like decor than living things, you might forget to water, so you might be prone to underwatering. So make sure that you set a reminder for yourself once a week, once every couple of weeks to tend to your plants depending on their care requirements. Another tricky thing for the design-based plant parent is that you often choose these really beautiful planters with no drainage holes. And this is so tricky because a lot of the really cool companies don't put drainage holes in their planters. And if you're a beginner, this is where you can overwater plants. So if you do end up getting a planter with no drainage holes like this one, plant your plant in a nursery pot that has drainage holes. Ooh, this one really needs to be repotted. Plant it in here, water it in your sink, let it drip dry, and then put it in the pot with no drainage holes. So when it comes to recommending plants for the design-based plant parent, I only think about statement plants when I think about the design-based plant parent. I'm thinking about big structural plants with interesting leaf patterns, interesting leaf shapes, variegation, and even color. And the issue for this video is that a lot of the plants I want to recommend you are way bigger than the table, so I'm going to talk to you about them instead of show them to you. We're thinking sculptural cacti, we're thinking gorgeous tropical foliage plants like a really big monstera, a really big ficus, a really big dracaena, right? Sculptural, really interesting anthuriums like this one. Anything that really gives you that jungle vibe inside. I also know a bunch of design-based plant parents that love really big cacti. Make sure you have the light for them, but a really epic cacti is such a stunning statement piece in a house. The design-based plant parent inspires me because you see plants as living art and using them to elevate your space and also show people how aesthetically pleasing plants can be in your home or in an office. You are leading the way for the argument that plants should be used in interior design and that biophilic design is not a trend, it's not going anywhere, it's the future of interior design as a whole. If you are interested in biophilic design, I have a whole chapter of it in my book along with interesting ways that you can design with plants. Check it out. It's called Growing Joy, the Plant Lover's Guide to Cultivating Happiness. I hope this video was supported. I would love for you to comment your favorite design-based plants in the comments. I'm always so curious to hear from design-based plant parents, and I hope this video helps you go forth and keep growing joy.